Our next question, so I'll have Dr. Kleiser come up. Consolidation. I belong to a group on Facebook for Harwood Heights and Norwich, and I've been reading posts about consolidation. Lee and Giles and Pennoyer. Could this really happen if the referendum doesn't pass or even pass?
So just, I'll kind of answer this at 10,000 feet, and I can go deeper if you want. Just to understand why Dr. Kopta handed me the microphone. My job is that I oversee the 40 school districts in Western Cook County. So I'm the step between the local school district and the State Board of Education. I'm like that next layer. So one of the things that I would do through school code is that I would be overseeing a process about consolidation. Consolidation cannot happen without you. It's not going to happen to you. The way that process works in its shortest version is that districts get together and produce a petition. Within that petition, they work out all the details. Things like multiple teacher contracts become one teacher contract. The debts of one district have to be assumed by the other districts that are consolidating. So where do your finances go? Where do your contracts go? Where do your loans go? How does all of that pan out? And they put together a petition. The petition then actually prescribes what new tax rates would look like. It talks about how you would elect all new school boards because it would be a brand new school district. So there's a whole new school board, and all those policies and procedures have to be redone. So typically that process of designing the petition is at least a year and a half. Like, what would it look like if we merged into two? Then that petition comes to my office. I then conduct a public hearing so that people in whatever districts are affected have an opportunity to share their perspectives. I review the petition. I have about 2.5 weeks to review the petition. Once I have approved the petition, if I think that all the details have been worked out and we've thought through all the pieces, then I submit it to the state superintendent. Dr. Tony Smith then has 3 weeks. He also reviews the petition, and he can either deny the petition or he can accept the petition. So now you've already gone another half a year through those steps. At that point, if we've held the hearing, I've approved the petition, Dr. Smith has approved the petition, the next step is it's on the next ballot, and you have to have a majority vote in each of the districts that make up the districts that would be consolidated. So if you're consolidating 2 districts, you have to have a majority vote in both of those. If that happens, a new district is created, and that new district would then take place the following July 1, whatever that next July 1 would be. And there would be a brand new Board of Education for that newly consolidated district. Yes? No. So in Illinois, because we have both elementary districts and we have high school districts, every one of those is a little bit different. So if you were talking about 2 elementary districts consolidating, the process I just described would be the exact boundaries of those 2 combined. Sometimes there are cases where consolidation is an elementary district or several elementary districts and a high school district become one big K-12 district. So it depends on which districts are combining in terms of what the boundaries would be. Good question. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question back here.
Yes, sir.
I looked at the map of Pennoyer, and I don't understand why it exists the way it does. I mean, because you've got people like by Harlan, Lawrence, and then you have people right across the street that are here. It doesn't seem like that makes much sense why this is all like a copy district as part of cut out 2 other districts.
So I totally agree. When I first came to West 40 and first visited this district, they said, well, you know, they're not even connected. It's the first time I'd ever heard of a district like that. And I get the opportunity to be all over the state all the time. All I can say is that that's something historical. And in general, in Illinois, we value the local control of our school districts. In the entire United States, there are only 14,000 districts. Nearly 1,000 of those are in Illinois. And that's because since the middle 1800s, we've always said, this is my district, this is my home district. That's why I only have 420 students here, instead of in Florida, the school districts are the same as the counties. The entire county is a school district. So the idea of local control, if 150 years ago they decided this was going to be the district, typically that stayed the way the boundaries have been for a number of years. When I started my career 30 years ago, there were about 900 districts. Now there are 852. So there have been places where districts have either dissolved altogether or that there has been some consolidation, but it's relatively rare, and it's about a 2-year process. And I'll be around afterwards if you have other questions. I'll be glad to help.
Thank you.